going to church and believing God, but I never really had a relationship with God. And when I was little, I remember praying before dinner, and I knew Bible stories and stuff that they teach kids in Sunday school, but it never really went further than that. And in like 4th grade, my mom had mentioned something about praying about something, and I had realized that I had never actually prayed myself. And I thought more and more about my disconnection with Christian beliefs, and at the same time, someone in my life was becoming more involved in church and started speaking more about God and Christianity. And I saw all of what they were doing, what they were saying, as complete hypocrisy. And so my own thoughts mixed with the rage that I had against this person led me to a point where I didn't believe in God anymore. And I equated the stories of like Jesus and the disciples to like Santa Claus meals. And by 7th grade, I still wasn't a believer, and but I was going to church and youth group. So every Sunday and Wednesday, I went to sing, eat, and hang out with friends and not pay attention during the service. And one day at school, I had made fun of a girl, and she heard me, and I knew that she had heard me. So I felt horrible about it all day. And then I went to youth group that day, and I had just so happened to have been paying attention, and the sermon was about forgiveness. And it kind of freaked me out because like it had related to what I was thinking about all day long. And I decided that I was going to start paying attention in church, and that I was going to work on creating a relationship with Jesus. And then that summer, I went to Ignite Camp, and I officially accepted Jesus. And now I see God working in my life the most in like the way that I carry myself. Because I used to be so shy and like self-doubting that I would come off rude to people that I had just met, because I was so worried about what they thought of me. I was so worried that they were judging me, like right off the bat. And I made it impossible for myself for people to be nice to me because of my own insecurities. But through God, I have learned that I don't have to worry about what other people think, because He made me the way I am for a reason. And I can go to school and out in public and feel confident in who I am because God taught me that I'm special, just like everyone else.
Two.
And
you were preaching there for a second, though, man. That was awesome.
And then at my age, people start planning their lives, and it brings to the surface questions of who am I, why am I here, and why do I matter? And I have been involved in countless of these conversations with friends and within myself. And I believe that God puts me in these situations with people for a reason. Because I always tell my friends that everything they do matters because they're who they are for a reason. People impact them and they impact other people. And even if you think you're just one person in a small town and no one knows about, you're special because you were made for a purpose. And having a relationship with God also helps me see the goodness in a situation. I always choose to try to be positive because I know that in some way it'll change my life. I know that God puts us through hard things to come out the other side stronger, wiser, and closer to Him. So I follow Jesus because I know that through Him I'm loved. And through that love He gives me, I can give that love to other people. And I wouldn't want to be in this world without that love. And I can't imagine living my life without God. And in reaction to the question, what if you die and find out there is no God? My mom said that she would rather live like there is a God and be wrong than live like there isn't one and be wrong. And that's so true because find true happiness in God. And it's happiness that doesn't come from selfishness or material things, and it's a love that can't be explained by